Welcome to the 2023 Battle of the Books Championship Round here at Sacajawea Elementary. During the Battle of the Books, the teams will answer questions about 14 books that they read as a group. Before we can talk about the teams who are here playing today, I want to thank the other teams who participated in the Battle of the Books this year. So the Bookworms, the Pretty Pages, Attack on Books, and the Book Besties. They did a fantastic job. I also want to thank our scorekeeper Bella, who's here today, and the Skyhawk News team for filming this. Today we have two fantastic teams. We have the boys, who are JJ, Leland, Levi, Oliver, and Ulysses. And they are battling against the undefeated Reader Rats, Millie, Brielle, and Natalie. Both teams will be asked questions about the 14 books. They can earn 10 points for a correct answer and lose 10 points for an incorrect answer. They can also gain a bonus 5 points if they know the author of the book. A warning, since this is a double elimination tournament, if the undefeated Reader Rats lose the first round, we will have to play again. They have to lose twice to be out of the tournament. Okay, are we ready? Ready, teams? Our first question. In the battle book Flora and Ulysses, why was William Spiver banished by his mother? Why did she make him go away? We have an answer from the boys.
She had a divorce with her husband.
It wasn't because she had a divorce with her husband. That's minus 10 for the boys. Would the Reader Rats like to try to answer that question? Nope. It's because he kept correcting his stepfather. He kept telling him his name was William, and he wanted to be called Billy. All right. Next question. In the battle book Freedom's Wings, why is Canada such a special place?
Because slaves aren't allowed there.
Because there is no slavery allowed in Canada at that time. Do you know the author's name?
Wyeth.
Wyeth. So that is 15 points for the boys. And 5 more points. Perfect. Okay. Actually, it should actually be 5 because they lost 10 and then they got 15. 15 minus 10 is 5. There we go. Perfect. Next question. In the battle book Holes, what is the warden of Green Lake Camp looking for when she makes boys dig all those holes? What does she want?
She's looking for the treasure that Kissing Kate Barlow stole.
That is exactly right. Who is the author?
Louis Sacker.
Louis Sacker. 15 points for the boys. Nice job. So we are now at 20 points for the boys, but we still have a lot of questions left. No worries. In the battle book, Mr. Chickie's Funny Money, what does it mean if your mind is double Dutch locked? What happens if you are double Dutch locked? No answer? It means you are hypnotized and you cannot tell a lie. And that book was by Christopher Paul Curtis. All right, next question. In the battle book Linked, what is the symbol of hate that is painted on a stairway?
Swastika?
It is a swastika. Do you know who the author is?
Gordon Corman.
It is by Gordon Corman. That is 15 points for the Reader Rats. Next question. Ooh, that's 20 to 15. You guys are close. In the battle book, My Side of the Mountain, who is frightful?
His pet bird.
It is his pet bird. It is a pet falcon. Who is the author?
George.
15 points for the boys. Good. Next question, ready? In the battle book Over the Moon, what happens when boys and girls turn 12? No answer? The boys have to go work in the mines and the girls have to go work as servants. And I know you guys know that one. Next question. In the battle book Sarah Plain and Tall, how does Caleb's dad find Sarah?
He puts an ad out in the newspaper.
He puts an ad out in the newspaper to find a wife. Who is the author?
McLaughlin.
That is for another extra 5 points. That's 15 more points. In the battle book Shiloh, why does Marty want to keep the dog Shiloh?
Because Judge Travers doesn't treat his dogs right.
Because Judge Travers does not treat his dogs right. Shiloh is a dog. Excellent. Who's the author?
Naylor.
Naylor. So that is 15 more points for the boys. In the battle book The Giver, why is Jonas called the receiver?
He's the receiver. He is the receiver of memories.
He is now the receiver of memories. He works with the giver to learn all the memories of his community. Do you know the author?
Lois Lowry.
Lois Lowry. So that is 15 points for the boys. Now remember, we have a few more questions left, but since the Reader Rats have been undefeated, we're going to have another battle right after this. In the battle book, Roller Girl, why was Astrid so embarrassed on the first day of roller camp?
Because she couldn't roller skate.
That is not correct. Minus 10 points. It's actually a really big deal. So that question now goes to the Reader Rats. Would you like to answer the question? Why was Astrid so embarrassed the first day of roller camp? Oh, no talking. You don't even, oh, you know it, good.
Because she didn't know how to roller. Well, she fell over, I'm pretty sure, and she didn't know how to rollerblade.
She fell over and she was crying in front of everybody. So she fell over was the answer, because everyone saw her. So that is 10 points, and the author is?
Jameson.
Jameson. 5 more points for the Reader Rats. Thank you. The next question is, in the battle book, The Mouse and the Motorcycle, how do Ralph and Keith meet?
Ralph is lives in the same hotel room as Keith did in the wall.
Yep. Ralph lives in the same hotel room. Ralph is the mouse and Keith is a boy, and they live in the same hotel room. Author?
Cleary.
Beverly Cleary. 5 more points. And we have, in this round, 2 more questions. In the battle book, Wayside School Gets a Little Stranger, the students receive a poetry assignment. What do they have to write about?
Their favorite color.
They do. They have to write about color, and the author?
Louis Sacker.
Louis Sacker, 15 points for the boys. And our very last question for this round, but I can see clearly we are going to have another round. In the battle book, 3 Times Lucky, what does the town do for Mo when the Colonel and Miss Lana, basically his parents, are kidnapped? What do they do to make her feel better? No answer? They have a picnic on her lawn. They come and have lunch with her to make her feel better. So the winner of this battle is the boys with 85 points. But now, But now we have to go into a sudden death round. Whoever wins this battle is the champion for Sacajawea for 2023. Okay, you guys ready? Give me a thumbs up if you are all ready, so I know that you are feeling ready, okay? Reset to 0, please. Yes, I should have said that. We are resetting to 0. It is a new round. Good job keeping yourselves in it, boys. They're going to give me a thumbs up when we're ready. I hope everyone who's watching is really impressed by how hard these guys have worked to read the books. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. In the battle book Linked, why did Link's mother have to live with French nuns during the Holocaust?
Because her family got taken away.
Because her family got taken away. They were Jewish and they got taken away, and the French nuns were protecting her. Who is the author?
Gordon Corman.
Gordon Corman, 15 points for the boys. Ready? In the battle book Holes, what is sploosh?
It's a old, like, peach juice.
It is spiced peach juice. And who is the author?
Louis Sacker.
Louis Sacker, 15 points for the boys. Are we ready? In the battle book, The Mouse and the Motorcycle, why is Ralph the mouse's mother so worried after Keith rescues Ralph from the wastebasket? Why is she... Oh.
Because she thinks that Ralph is gonna get taken by him.
Because she's afraid of the human. She's afraid that Ralph is going to get taken by the human, who is Keith. Who is the author?
Cleary.
Cleary, 15 points for the Reader Rats. Next question. What genre is the battle book Freedom's Wings?
History.
Historical fiction. That is correct. And author?
Turnage.
Nope, that is not correct. They do not lose any points for that. They still get 10 points for that question. We are at 30-25. This is so close. In the battle book, Flora and Ulysses, who does Flora think might have a concussion? She's very worried about someone who got knocked out and they have blood on their face. She thinks they might have a concussion. It's a very dramatic scene in a really good book. No answer? She is worried about Ulysses the squirrel because he flew into a glass door. And that was by Kate DiCamillo. All right. In the battle book, Over the Moon, who is Mortimer Good? Who is Mortimer Good? No answer. He is the bad guy. He is the villain in the book, and he is the head guardian. But that is by Natalie Lloyd.
How many questions do we have?
You have this many questions left. Probably about 6. In the battle book, Mr. Chicky's Funny Money, what is a Snoopy's 9000?
It's a device that looks like an MP3 player, but that can actually hear people's conversations through like walls and stuff.
Exactly right. It is a tool used for spying on other people. And who wrote that book? Author.
Christopher Paul Curtis.
Correct. Another 5 points for the boys. In the battle book, Roller Girl, who is Rainbow Bite?
A roller skater.
Can you be more specific? Because there are all kinds of roller skaters in that book, or roller derby people. What's special about Roller Bite?
I don't know.
Or Rainbow Bite, excuse me, Rainbow Bite. No idea?
Yeah.
Okay. So she is a roller skater, so I'm not going to take away the 10 points, but I'm not going to award 10 points, but I am going to give the question to the other team. Helen, can you zero us out? Can they buzz in if they want? Okay, perfect. Natalie?
It's Astrid's favorite roller derby skater.
It's Astrid's favorite, and so give me an idea of what she does on the team. Not a specific position, but it is her favorite, though. Can you just give me a little more information about her? Because you're on the right track. I think you're on enough of the right track. She is the star of the team. She's the star of the teams, which is why Astrid likes her so much. Do you know the author?
Jameson.
Okay, 15 points for that. Okay. In the battle book, My Side of the Mountain, why does Sam leave New York City?
Because he
Oh,
doesn't,
microphone.
'cause he doesn't want to like be in his house because there's a ton of people.
Because he doesn't want to be in his house because it's too crowded in his New York City apartment. Who is the author?
George.
15 points for the reader rats. All right, in the battle book, 3 times lucky, who is upstream mother? Who is upstream mother? No one? She is Mo's birth mother, so she writes to her upstream mother all the time. I have 3 questions left. In the battle book, Sarah, Plain and Tall, where does Caleb and the Whiting family live? Where is Sarah going? When she answers the ad in the newspaper, where is Sarah agreeing to go? Where do they live? It doesn't have to be a specific place, just a general area. Where does Sarah live? Or where do the Whitings live and Sarah ends up living there? No answer? They live in the plains, so that she is going to their farmstead. She's going to their farm. And she lives in Maine, so that's a very far way away. All right, second to last question. In the battle book, Wayside School gets a little bit stranger. Why are the kids so worried when Mrs. Jules announces that she is having a baby?
Because they don't want to have a substitute.
They do not want to have a substitute teacher. And who is the author?
Louis Sacker.
Louis Sacker is correct. That is 15 points for the boys. I'm just waiting for that score to come up. Oh my gosh. We have 15 points available, and the Reader Rats are only 5 points behind the boys. Whoever answers this question is the 2023 Sacajawea champion. In the battle book Shiloh, what kind of dog is Shiloh?
A beagle.
He is a beagle. Okay. And do you have an author? Oh, don't talk to him. He's got to figure it out.
Naylor.
Naylor. So that is 15 points for the boys. And I want to thank both of our teams. The Reader Rats were absolutely undefeated to today. They steamrolled all the other teams. So let's have some applause for our Reader Rats. And our champions, the boys. Congratulations to all our teams today, and team stay. I've got something for you. Thank you guys all for watching, and congratulations to all the teams, and we hope other students in 4th and 5th grade want to play next year.